Good morning and welcome to the side order. Oop, gotta fix that. I am your host for this morning, Odinson. And this is Scary Little Trees. Welcome to it. But before we get into all that, get too far along with all that, I just want to remind you all to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Because hey, here at the side order, you will always have a seat at the table. So pull up a chair and join us. All right. Well, if you remember on last episode of Scary Little Trees, I put down a background on a canvas, and my co-host asked me to paint the hammer onto it. So, the hammer we're always talking about. So I thought, okay, well, I can do that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Good morning, Ashes. How are you doing today? So, I guess what we need first then is some gray. Yes. Okay. How are you doing today, Ashes? Pretty sure we'll be on the 7 Days server later. I do believe we are doing 7 Days to Die at 5. Hello, Asim. How you doing? That is exactly right. I'm going to paint that, the hammer. Maybe not just like that, but that is exactly what we're doing. I am mixing up my first color right now. Part I can't really show you. I mean, unless I stick my palette in front of the camera, but that's way too dark. Not way too dark, but a little bit too dark. We're going to lighten that up just a touch. Hello, Hojo. How you doing this morning? Glad to see you all here today for Scary Little Trees. And as always, I'm happy to be here for Scary Little Trees. I do quite enjoy our painting mornings on Thursday. And hey, in big other news today, and this is big other news, today is the last day of the marble race, and that should be up for you all to watch and see who won. Congratulations to them. They'll be hearing from us today. Get them their prize money. So, congratulations. Not gonna. Now the video's only been out for a little bit, so I'm not actually gonna say who won. Oof. Yeah, I'll actually probably be on there this afternoon. I mean, we're gonna go live with that at 5. So I also lost my gear. I mean, my character's naked right now. I don't know if anybody grabbed my bag out of the spike pit or not, but I'd like to get it back if it's still there. Otherwise, I have to rebuild myself all new gear, which is going to be bad. Okay, I need a brush. I need the right brush. That's a huge move. Knocked over my tool cup. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, did anybody actually get that, or is it still just down at the bottom of the spike pit, is what I'm asking. I didn't get a good answer on that. Or is my stuff still down at the bottom of the hole? I'm guessing my stuff is still down at the bottom of the hole. Oh man, I had legendary gear too. I had legendary gear too, man. So that's not cool. It better damn be there when I get back. Okay, well, that's my motorcycle and my weapon and everything. All gone. Boy, that's just not making me So let's widen that out a little bit. Sorry, I gotta remember to speak when I'm mumbling to myself about adjusting the painting. Remember, we're doing it live. Okay. Now, oh, huh. Got paint on myself. Just got paint on myself. That's funny. Okay. One thing, I slept wrong or something. Back is killing me. Sure. Uh-huh. Really? I think somebody was trying to cause trouble, and I think maybe somebody maybe took my backpack. Because I had a full set of Legendary Army, the only motorcycle. And that horde night, I got knocked into the spike pit, couldn't get back, and then I can't remember why, but I couldn't. I had to go right after. Oh yeah, I remember why. I was having a game night, so I had to go, so I didn't have time to retrieve my bag. And I figured I'd come back and get it, but then I found out all the other stuff happened. So now I'm not sure. Yeah, that means I lost my legendary weapon, armor, and my motorcycle. Oh, plus about 5,000 dues. 300 shotgun shells, a couple lockpicks, 12 yucca juice smoothies, I think. That's what I had on me. Okay, well, here we got a hammerhead. Hmm. I don't know. It was in some place very unlikely for someone to get to, extremely hard to get to. So it could still be there. Because it was somewhere where literally was going to have to take out spikes for like 20 minutes to get to it. So it could still be there. I'm sure hoping so. In the equipment, I'm not that upset about. Honestly, I've got this. Pretty sure we still have the stuff, or I can get the stuff. Thanks, Hojo. You don't have to do that, but yeah, it does depress me that I lost my hog. I'm gonna hope it's still there. Like I said, after I get off of here, I think I'm gonna go have a look. Okay, now I need to measure that to make sure we get that on there straight. That's my big worry here. So, like I said, I'm holding out hope that maybe my stuff is still there. I don't think so, though. Oh, that's my flip. Oh man, I had some really good mods on my equipment, dude. Man, that's. Oh well, I'll have to find out about that after I paint here. Okay, so now I'll put a handle on this thing, and then I think my idea. Well, make sure you ban that guy because we know who it was, so we don't need that crap. I mean, we can see who was on the server and when, so it's not like we weren't going to know it was them or anything. Okay. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm painting, or at least trying to. Make sure that I get that right here. So I'm gonna put that right up there. Straight right. Want to make sure my handle's right. That's what I was messing with there. Want to make sure my handle's in the right place. Don't want it looking all weird or anything. Well, I'm just slightly annoyed because I had a lot of good stuff and it sucks to lose it all. Even, yes, and tomorrow promises to be even more better. Okay. Hey, Stan, how's it going? Oh, just somebody messed with our base and I lost all my equipment on our 7 days server, that's all. It's just slightly irritating because I had probably the best gear. And it's like, yep. I play Space Engineers. I'm used to this sort of thing. Yeah, I play Space Engineers. Man, I'm used to Oh, quit moving, canvas. Damn it, I need a better easel so bad. Yes, maybe something like that. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if you realize it or not, but that necklace I wear, this thing on it, that's a Norse rune. That's the Norse rune Algaze, which is also in my symbol in a lot of YouTube stuff. Yes, Mjolnir, correct. Here's an interesting fact a lot of people don't know, or at least a lot of people don't understand. Thor, in mythology, isn't blonde. He's only blonde in the comic books. Thor, in mythology, has red hair and a big red beard. Here's the funny thing. So does Loki. Loki doesn't have a beard, but Loki has red hair that looks like fire, as he is the god of fire, after all. Matter of fact. It's not so much worthiness. Actually, the hammer can only be lifted by someone wearing a special pair of gauntlets that are, of course, possessed by Thor in mythology. Again. You see, Mjolnir was a gift to Thor from the dwarves, who were challenged. The Dwarven Smith brothers were challenged by Loki to see who could make the best weapon. And one of them made Mjolnir for Thor. One of them made Mjolnir for Thor. And the other made the Spear of Odin. The one he used. Do I paint with watercolors? A little bit. Actually, something I used to do. I don't really do it anymore, but something I used to do is I used to like to do comic books, and I used to do them with watercolors. After I'd ink them in and everything, that's how I used to usually like to add color, is with watercolors. Okay, well, this needs something else. This needs something else. Well, it needs a little bit of detailing. Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah, I'll definitely take those. I do actually do I do all sorts of stuff. Oil paints are actually my most favorite, but for a lot of reasons, I haven't been doing that. One, I need a dedicated, better set of brushes than I have. A bunch of my oil paint sat in storage for a bit. Some of them cracked, so I don't have all the colors I need to paint with either. So I've been doing just acrylic because for mess wise, it's probably the best way to go. And hey, don't forget to check out the last day of the marble race because that should be up now. Or should be up very, very shortly. Exciting times, exciting stuff. Whoa. I think my funniest thing about the Norse gods that makes me laugh all the time is Tyr, the god of war. And I say that, okay, because capture Fenris, the wolf, they had to bait him into being calm by getting Tyr to place his hand into Fenrir's mouth. At that time, while they had him distracted, they put invisible chains on him and bound him so that he wouldn't be a threat. Because he's one of the things that eats a bunch of the gods at Ragnarok. So, they were worried. And in doing so, Fenrir bit off Tyr's hand. And the other gods make fun of him for it, for being missing a hand. After he did it to save them. Which I find pretty amusing. Yes, I decided to go neon with the hammer because I wanted it to kind of represent our channel logo. So we went with that direction here. There you go. Get a little painting and a little bit of knowledge about Norse mythology. There you go. Painting and mythology in the morning now, I guess. I was actually thinking I might put some lightning or thunder coming out the bottom there. Is actually what I was already thinking. Actually, I like that. That's coming out better than I thought. Looks weird on the screen because the camera's fisheyed a little. Trust me when I say, if you're actually looking at this painting, the hammerhead is a lot more square. It's just I don't know why, but I don't know why, but the lens is like in the fisheye a little for some reason. It's slightly annoying. So how's everybody out there doing this morning? I hope well. Everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to check out the last day of the marble race. That is today. Somebody out there has won $150 Canadian from us. So that's exciting news. Well, for somebody out there anyway. Now, I've known who that is this whole time, and I've been absolutely bursting to say something. So I can't wait till later today after the marble race has been up. And I can actually, say something about one. Congratulate. Because I've even talked to them on like stream and stuff a few times. Keep thinking to myself, haha, you won the marble race. But I can't say anything. But I can't say it. So I don't. So I don't. I can't say anything because that would be giving away the game. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to say anything. But I do look forward to being able to congratulate the winner. That's for sure. Watching the stream the other day just after I had run the final. He was on, and you know, like, how are you? And he's like, well, not well. And I'm like, well, that's not good, buddy. But I'm not going to say anything, but your month is going to get better. So I'm happy we got a winner as always. Okay. Oh, oh no. See, like we get that from Mr. Editor, right? And then, of course, we take a look at it, make sure it's all good. And then we got to render it out, upload it, right? I that's terrible. I mean, usually that works just fine, right? Just kind of a set it, forget it, kind of wrong appeal kind of thing. But that's not good. Yeah, okay, I think I want to create the impact around it, and maybe something in the background. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. I got to admit, this one's coming out all right, but I don't know if I like it as much as the tree I did last week. The smile, the monkey that I'm eventually going to send to Hojo. Flash, kind of. I don't know. I think it gets the point across. Thunder and lightning. Sorry, I tend to not talk when I'm concentrating. Okay, the lightning's come out nice. I like that. That came out nice. Let's see if we can do that as well on the other side. Oh yeah, looking forward to that. We've got all sorts of good stuff coming up tonight. You're gonna want to make sure you come on back for that. That's Schedule 1, which I'm always excited for. I totally love that game. I had such fun playing it. Okay, actually, I like the way the lightning came out. That came out good. Okay, now this needs something else. What though? What? What else should I add to this? Come on, give me something here, people. The lightning came out nice. I like that. That came out really nice. Clouds. Bingo. I was actually just thinking that. Clouds. Clouds up here. Maybe some more lightning in the background. That's what I was thinking actually. So same page. Well, got one more thing to add. You're wondering what that is. It's sideways. That's Thor's room. I can read Fulthard. There's an interesting thing for you. You could write something in Norse runes and I can read it like English. I don't know why I picked up that skill, but yeah, there you go. Something weird I can do. I can read Fulthard. Clouds. Yes, I like that idea, and that is what we are going to do up there. First, I got to make a good color for clouds. What I am doing right now, making a good color for clouds. Perfect. Okay, hold on. Need a drink. Oh, knocked over my supplies again. Over here, I got a thing of tools. Things like that to mix with. Scissors and a couple of varying kinds of scissors. One of these like comb things. You know, just a bunch of generally useful stuff that's not brushes. Just a generally bunch of useful stuff that's not brushes. That's what that is. Generally useful stuff. Generally useful stuff, yes. Okay, clouds. Clouds all the way across the whole thing. This guy up here have lots of clouds. You know, I'm not sure this is the right thing to be using for this actually. I think I want to go with there is bastard, there we are. I think this might actually do a little better. Yeah, okay. That's a little better. That it does. It does. It helps bring other cool people like yourself by the stream. And we want that because, you know, hey, we like having the company. And that's why we do this, I guess. Right? So smash that thumbs up for us. Join our happy little community. Where once a week I come on, do this, paint some scary little trees. Well, this isn't a tree, but I have actually painted a tree before, so. So it's not unheard of that I might actually paint an actual tree. Yeah, it's not entirely alien concept that I might actually paint an actual tree. Those clouds are really good. Gotta fix those. Ouch. I mean, it does add something. It's definitely needed something, but they're lacking a little bit of depth. I need to give them a little bit of brighter, a little bit of darker highlights both at the same time here. That should get me somewhere with making this look a little more like clouds. That's too late. Yeah. Fix that. That's actually okay. Not best pleased with that at all. Not best pleased with that at all. That's better. That's more what I was looking for. Yeah, I already got mine, man. I went for it this morning. I went, hey, you know what I'm gonna need? I'm gonna go painting this morning. I'm gonna need some rocket juice. So I went and got myself some before I started this today here. I'm unhappy with that. Very unhappy with that. Oh, looks like crap. Yeah. Yeah, I really hate it. Wow. I'm gonna have to seriously fix this one. I messed up the clouds in a bad way. You know, I think I've been liking painting Norse mythology. I think maybe next week I'm gonna paint Surtur. Yeah, it is. It's non-toxic, but I think I'm gonna paint Surtur next week. If you don't know what Surtur is, he is the fire giant who will destroy the universe at Ragnarok. Maybe. Oh, I'm gonna stop with these clouds before I mess them up too bad. Because like you can't see them right now, and they're bad enough. I'm not even gonna show you. I'm gonna have to fix that. It looks really bad, and it's almost ruined my painting. And that's gonna have to be something I'm gonna have to do sometime else. What I am gonna do now is be really disappointed that I messed this all up. Because until then, it was actually going pretty well. Disappointment. Yeah, I messed the whole thing up. Oh well, I can fix the clouds, and next week I'll show you. And next week I'll show you that I've fixed it because it's it's bad. It's bad. I'm embarrassed. It's bad, I should feel bad. Well, that's not too bad at all, I guess. A little bit disappointed. Well, thank you, Asim. I mean, I like the rest of it. You can't see the clouds because I don't quite have my camera pointed up high enough for you to see it. If you could, you'd be like, "Oh, that's horrible." It is. They turned out really bad. I can fix it though. I can fix it. It's just going to require me to let that dry and come back and add a few layers of paint and a few other things to it, that it doesn't look quite so, I don't know, like a blob of mustard colored leaves, which is what it looks like right now. So we're going to have to fix that for sure. Lightning came out really well. I'm pretty pleased with that. The neon lightning, I like the neon highlights on the hammer. That all came out nice. I can't sign this one because it's not finished. I don't sign something that ain't done. So we're going to have to just let this one dry. And going to have to see where I go from there with another painting. Like I said, I think, though I've actually painted him before, I think that next week I'm going to paint Surtur, Destroyer of the Universe. Yes, I think I will. There's actually a good Amon Amarth song about that. It's called Destroyer of the Universe. Good tune. But that's come out not too bad. I'm fairly pleased. I think this is the first actual. I think this is actually the first Scary Little Trees painting that I'm not entirely pleased with at the end of it. I mean, like I said, I like the hammer. It came out nice. The handle's good. The lightning came out really well. You can see I got paint all over my hand. The clouds, though, yeah, not pleased with that. Not best pleased with that. So, but not too bad, I guess, after all. So thank you for joining me today. I mean, I am ending it just a little bit because that's the thing with these painting streams. There just comes a point where it's just a natural ending. Thank you, Stan. Thank you. If I thought you could take it with you, but I know you're moving across country, so you can't, I'd send you one of my paintings for your new place. But I know you can't have that, so not worried. But thank you. I do what I can. I mean, I like I always say, I know I'm not the best painter in the world, but I do enjoy doing it. And I will fix those clouds, show you next week. Because really, I mean, otherwise, I'm really happy with this, and I'd be considering it pretty much done as it is if I could fix the clouds. But they gotta dry before I can fix that. Yeah. That's a good one, Stan. That's a really good one. All right, so thank you very, very much for joining me. I have been Odinson, and this, of course, has been another episode of Scary Little Trees. We will be back at 5 o'clock with 7 Days to Die, and at 8 p.m. And at 8 p.m. with Schedule 1. We've got our empire going, and we're going to continue to get it going. We have bought the warehouse. We haven't moved to it yet. I believe tonight we're going to move into that warehouse. We're going to see how bad things are at our base in 7 days, because I don't think it'll be good. Do remember to come back and check all that out. Don't forget to check out our Discord. Link to that is in the description below. We'd love to have you over there, as is a link to our merch shop if you're looking to get yourself a little something to eat or up your style game. All right, I have been Odinson. This has been the Side Order, and I will see you all next time.